This is Mario, Jesse T Show. Do not miss this one. Trust me.
Mario, welcome to the Jesse T Show, brother.
Jesse, how are you, man?
Man, I'm living my best life, man. How about you?
Good. Yeah, I'm living a better life than you. No, I'm living a good life as well, man.
That's great, brother. Talk to us a little bit about who you are and what you do, man.
Yeah, who I am today. Veteran entrepreneur, has been through the trenches and run a few companies, ecom, consulting firm, deep in crypto. One of our companies is going public, partner at a law firm, and do a lot of investing. So companies from everything, from growth hacking to taking businesses public to doing ecom, everything. And I dance around the world. So that's pretty much me, man.
Hell
It's
yeah,
really
brother.
that simple. That's literally all I do. Nothing else in life. Literally zero. No tourism, no friends, no drinks, no Netflix, nothing.
Just dialed in.
Dancing, work, and sometimes like having a bit of fun, like doing crazy things or meeting girls. But these three things, zero, nothing else.
How did you get to that point? What's your journey been like? Have you always been an entrepreneur?
Yeah, look, I've been an entrepreneur, according to my mom, since I was a kid. Now, people have to say they were born an entrepreneur. Science is kind of split to an extent. You can be born and DNA has a role to play in it, but also your surrounding. You could watch a movie or a series when you're like 3, 4 years old that has some hint toward independence and entrepreneurship that could trigger that entrepreneurial spirit. Could be seeing your dad come in and work every day, or it could be triggered by many things. So I'm sure some things triggered it. What triggered me to me right now is, man, my life has been a big game of Lego. I've literally been building brick by brick since migrating to Australia as a kid. Everything from business to the way I talk, the way I act, the way I dance, the skills I know, everything was a well calculated brick, and which makes for a pretty interesting life.
What was your first entrepreneurial endeavor or hustle? What'd you start off with?
I was at university doing banking and finance, and I saw a video of a boy called Farah Gray, and the video was outdated back then, and he talks about how he made his first million at age 13.
Wow.
And I'm like, holy shit, like I don't need to wait till my 30s and 40s to become a millionaire. Like I can start right now. I should start right now. And I dropped out of university that same week and got the first job I can. What's the easiest job to get? It's door knocking, commission only. So I started knocking on doors, selling anything I can get my hands on. And yes, the rest is history. So launched an e-com business. That was my first business called Fruity back in Australia. And I got to 7 figures in a year, 8 figures in 2 years. So I did really, really well. Timing was right. And then just took that and launched an events business, more e-com businesses, got into crypto, launched a few consulting firms, etc.
I want to talk about how important that door-to-door experience was, because part of my journey after leaving the military, my first job I had was outside sales, door-to-door, cold call, commission, but business to business. So a little bit different than residential, but I've done residential, and there's all sorts of techniques and, skill sets that go to each one. But from my experience, we were basically selling like Groupon. I don't know if the Groupon's still around, but what Groupon similar is we were selling like sporting tickets and restaurants and hotels and golf. We were selling entertainment, and we would take these packages and we would go knock on business doors, and we'd walk in and we'd give them a pitch, and we'd have to overcome objections and, have different sales techniques and factors of impulse. And that one experience of that outside sales career put me on a trajectory that I could never even believe. And it allowed me at the time to open up multiple companies and, in the Southeast of the United States. And as a young kid that was a poor kid from Boston, having come into money at that point, just spending it like crazy. But the experience of sales and outside sales and cold call, the ability to work with any kind of person, because I was seeing 100 people a day, 100 different people a day that I would have to overcome objections, no soliciting, whatever it was. What was your experience when you were selling, I guess, residential? And what are some of those core tenets that you carry with you today?
Yeah, so I was just counting how many people I would be seeing as well. So I did B2B as well when I started. I was selling those water dispensers. That was the first product we sold. Those water coolers.
Yeah.
That was a typical door-to-door product. I made a lot of money. It worked really well. But it was so outside my comfort zone, man. Like I was a very proud person, kept to myself, didn't go out, didn't do any of that shit. Like very, very, very focused and very proud. To go out there and be kicked out of businesses saying, "Hey, can you see the door behind you?" I'm like, "Yeah." Can you walk right right back out? That's tough, but it is so beneficial because one of the most important skills for business is copywriting, knowing what to say, how to say it, and when to say it.
No question.
That's what copywriting is. Whether you're doing it for an ad or a website or a cold message or an email or someone face to face, you gotta hook them in with something. They gotta follow up, how to overcome objections, how to understand objections. All that migrates to the digital world as well. So the skills I learned knocking on doors helped me create good ads when I did my own Google ads or Facebook ads or my website copy. Because behind that website is people looking at it. Behind the ad, you want people to click on the ad. And when you knock on a door, you got a person there. You always remember there's people on the other side. And then if you start learning how to influence people, and you can guess which book I can refer to, it's powerful, man. It's like it's a weapon that you and I think you have it as well based on what you said.